All right, cool. So welcome to a super fun day here, a Sunday fun day. If you're watching live, it's Sunday. If you're watching in the future, it might not be Sunday, but it's a Sunday fun day. Dr. Jason Smith will be here shortly. But before we start the Dr. Jason Smith Show, we're going to deliver value to you from our key resources and sponsors. So I have the awesome Tyler Destefano here, founder of Doctors Disability Specialist. Tyler, first just orient our group. Some people may have seen you on here before, some people first time. What do you do? How do you help dentists, especially dental students?
So our group has been helping dentists for about 13 years now implement their disability insurance. If they already have it, review it, see if there's an opportunity to do better in terms of cost or quality of the words in the contract. And, more important than that, I think the relationship is what we focus on. Anybody can produce disability, but the relationship is centerpiece to us, and try to make every client feel like they're our only client, even though at this point there's thousands of them.
And I appreciate you sharing that. So in the disability world, if I can, act this out, sometimes a lot of things happen like this, where you're going to drop your nachos, burn your nachos, feel like this. Where do dental students, new dentists, and even practicing dentists, where are some ways that they maybe drop their nachos? They're not even aware that they didn't get this policy yet, or they didn't find out about it. If you were talking to a dental student, new dentist, what would you tell them to do right now?
I would say don't wait. I think as consumers, usually we're trained to buy things when we want. And if we use that same approach to disability, sometimes people say, I'll get it in 6 months, or I'll get it in 12 months. I'll be ready. I'll choose to get it. And therefore, somebody is willing to sell it to me. And disability is very much the opposite experience. It's like a big medical audition to get it. And that's the big thing, is people don't realize how difficult, not in terms of effort, but finding a company willing to sell it to you isn't just a layup.
For sure. And when is the best time to start connect? First, how do people reach out to you guys who are sitting there thinking like, I should get my policy reviewed. I'm a D4. I haven't thought about disability insurance. When should they be reaching out to you guys, or when are you connecting with dentists? As early as D1, are you connecting with people?
Yeah, it's too soon to purchase at that point, but at least they can learn the process, what to look for, what not to say, what not to do in their D1, D2, D3 years. But the beginning of the D4 year is a good time to start applying.
And if you have your best friend, you can take out your best friend, your phone, and you can just text DDS to 55444. We'll connect you directly with Jim and Tyler. So one of the things I talk about, Tyler, in life is trying to stay outside the circle of annoyance. This is the annoyance. This is me. Have you encountered any situations where someone was trying to buy a practice and the financing was held up or challenging because of a disability policy?
Yeah, absolutely. Think about it. The banks have to lend money to make money. They borrow money from me and you in our checking account at 0%, and they have to lend that money to somebody. And compared to a yogurt shop or a restaurant that go out of business all the time, dentistry is really good risk to lend to. Even through the pandemic, dentists have made it. I think we've come out on the right side of this. And the only way a dentist really goes out of business is if they're disabled or die. And the banks know that. So therefore, you have to purchase disability to cover your loan payment. And again, that could sabotage your ability to buy a big practice if you're ineligible.
And we talk about protecting your dentist core, your mind, your hands, your words. There's no more bigger protector than you guys and what you do, because we can't do any of this if we don't protect ourselves in a way. And there's times, I know you've shared some interesting stories with me. Just because you use disability insurance one time in your career doesn't mean you're never going to practice again. Have you seen an example where someone's need to use it for a period of time to recover from something and then get back to work after that?
Yeah, not everything's black and white where you're just out and poof, that's it. Your career's over. A lot of things are progressive, where sometimes it's the opposite of what you just said, where it starts out as not a big deal, then it gets worse, then it gets worse. Yeah. And as you're 50, then that's it. And sometimes it's how you described, which is you're out for a year or two, and then you do get better.
Yeah, and that's why I'm so glad to be here on a Sunday sharing. We have D1s all the way up to D43s. I'm 43 years old. Here watching, and this is just the stuff that we need to infuse more of as early as our career, because I will be sharing some stories about implant cases and things like that. Most patients will say to me, I should have done this sooner. I wish I did this sooner. Is that something you guys hear in your disability world, where I wish I had met you guys sooner? Is that a common dentist feedback?
It's common. Yeah. As soon as they get that news that something isn't covered, it's like, what do you mean it's not covered? And then it's like, I wish I did this sooner, but we never say that. That's just insulting to say, I told you so. We'll never say that, but we'll let them figure that out on their own.
I will share too. And part of the thing about running these things, and that's why I like to do my own off-site rogue things here on Zoom away from school sometimes, is this a story I would like to share? There was a popular disability insurance person in the East Coast who would meet with dental students. This was years ago, still works, but years ago, and would get them to get policies. And some people said, oh, he's trying to sell stuff to dental students, trying to sell stuff to dental students. Yeah, he's trying to sell help and protection, because I have a story of a dentist, Nacho, or he might be watching it today, who said if he did not meet this disability insurance person because he became partially disabled, he wouldn't be able to support his family because he can only work half time. So it just shows you that being kindly annoyed early in your career about protecting yourself, dental students, new dentists, these are the type of things, if there was more business training in dental school and leadership training, we would welcome these opportunities because they help you along this circle of dentistry life. So I truly appreciate that, Tyler.
Thank
Two
you.
last things. Share with us how we can get in contact with you and what you're doing with your rest of your dad's Sunday.
So I'll give you my cell phone number. People can
Great.
text that as well. It's 978-766-0829.
Awesome.
And my dad's Sunday is our house is a little bit under construction, so we got some stuff to move around and some painting happening. And
will there be time for Bed Bath & Beyond? Will you guys have time?
No time. No time.
No, good old school quote. Awesome, Tyler. Thanks for being a great key resource and sponsor. Remember to reach out to Tyler. You can do so by texting DDS to 55444. Text DDS to 55444.
Thank you.
Thanks for being great Nacho fans, sponsors, and friends.
Thank you.
I truly appreciate it.
Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Awesome, Tyler.
Bye-bye.